OneTake Radio, January 30th. We got T.I., we got Boehr, producer Reese on the horn. First up on the agenda, NFC title game. We talked a lot on Friday about it. Eagles, Niners. Went well for one of the people on the horn here today. Didn't go so well for another one. Tavis, let's start with you. Brock Purdy hurt in, what was it, the sixth play of the game? He looked good for a couple passes. What are you thinking when he gets the elbow hit there on that, what was it, third down or second down? I can't exactly remember.
Second down.
Second down,
no, it was
tough
first
one.
down. It would have been second down if I'm not mistaken. I mean, we can
Tough
check
one.
that. But, yeah, I mean, torn UCL is not a very common football injury. It's a pretty common baseball injury. So by that, just injury, I'm going to say that's pretty shitty. Undoubtedly. Are we just going like full thoughts on the NFC Championship game, or are we specifically talking Brock Purdy?
I think Brock Purdy is a good place to start, and then, from there, we can talk about the whole. Because that was what really changed the complexion of the game.
That was fucking shitty. That was shitty. So, I mean, anyway you slice the cake, it's never fun to lose a quarterback, let alone when you're down to your third one and then you lose him. And I'm also not someone who's going to say, he was a third string. He was the starting quarterback, and his numbers over the last 7 games showed that. So, when your starter goes down of a 6th play of any conference championship game or any playoff game, that's quite tough to overcome. So, as far as his future, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know how recovery will be after Tommy John, considering the motion's different than football. And from my account, I believe the only ever quarterback to get this event come back was Jake Delhomme, which someone could fact check me on in his career. I think they're 2 different players, but
is that confirmed that he's getting Tommy John? I didn't know that.
I mean, yeah, he tore his UCL. Yeah, that's
you need Tommy John. That's brutal, man. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, he tore it completely, which is insane. And if you look at the play, I mean, that happens all the time, right? You get a ball batted, and oftentimes you'll hit a helmet on the way down or whatever. Like, seen it happen to Brady. I've seen it happen to Garoppolo.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was that necessarily like tore the UCL. It's a ligament, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a doctor, but yeah.
It was. I don't even know if Boehr has his audio live. He's been drinking for the last 24 hours, presumably. It was a relatively close game until the end of the first half. Boehr, what are you thinking when Josh Johnson fumbles there and Philly picks it up?
Well, what happened to my segment on Brock Purdy? I heard so much about him.
Boehr, you can go. You can go on whatever angle that you'd like. I'm just trying to give you a nice bounce pass for a layup there on the game.
It took me like 15 minutes to figure out who Josh Johnson was. So I didn't know until the game was over what his name even was. I'm dead serious.
I mean, he's a 4th-string quarterback, to be fair. Most teams don't know who. Most 4th-string quarterbacks aren't very well known usually.
I didn't know who he was.
He's been a practice squad guy his whole career. He's been on like 32. I think he's been on 32 teams.
On like every squad in the NFL. Yeah. So that's not a good sign.
No,
and here he trots in, to save the day with the scheme that they've got and that they're ready to execute. Kyle's on lock. He's got the headset like in tight. But Brock Purdy, right? So all I hear from Tavis all year long is about how he's this legit guy, how he's this mentally tough, just accurate, very accurate quarterback. Yeah, he went 4 for 4, Tavis will say. He no incompletions, 4 for 4. Got knocked out within 2 minutes of starting this game. And if you read our personal texts, you would know that I told him all this was going to happen, that he's a young man, he's a small boy, he's a child, really. And when you saw him on the sideline, borderline crying, a couple guys were, about him not being able to play. And it's sad. It's sad.
I don't know if that's a very fair assessment. I would say
very expected, predicted, and foretold.
I think that would be something to a fair criticism if he was, say, getting hit in the chest, what have you, and just like couldn't take the heat from the linebackers or defensive backs or any part of the defense for the Eagles. But he had a legitimate tear in his elbow. I mean, that's like tearing your ACL and calling someone a pussy for tearing their ACL. I mean, it's just an injury. That just sucks.
Here's the part that confuses me the most, though. Tavis, he keeps saying, and I have a direct clip off of First Take today, but Tavis keeps saying it's a freak injury. It's a freak injury.
It's very uncommon. It's very uncommon, to be fair.
That is a very much regular football play that Tavis just said it in his segment right a second ago. It happens all the time. How is that a freak injury?
The play is common, but
the play is common. The injury is pretty uncommon. Yeah.
Okay,
name me 3 other quarterbacks who have torn the UCL.
And your boy couldn't take the heat.
I guess it's very.
Right. I guess you guess.
So if Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl, if he runs out of bounds and he steps wrong and his ACL tears, which is basically apples to apples.
That would be a freak injury. That would be freak.
Okay, well,
it's kind of the same injury.
It's literally the same situation, Adam. Just one's non-contact
You're
versus
talking about
contact.
a non-contact injury.
How many UCL tears have there been in the NFL this year? One.
You're obsessed with what he tore, bro. You're on the wrong.
Well, because that's the injury.
Why did he tear it? Because Hassan Reddick is a motherfucking dog.
No, that's not. Then why has he torn anyone else's UCL, bro? You honestly are one of the. No, he hasn't. It's the stupidity.
If you want to do this, you don't want to.
Okay, we can't. No, we do because you can't answer a question, and it's just all your fucking bull. How many? I just asked you how many UCL tears have there been in the NFL this year?
Probably one.
Of quarterbacks. Yeah, one. Guy. Okay, what about last season?
I have no idea.
Zero.
Who cares? Yeah.
It's not a football injury. And by that definition, Adam, that's a freak.
It's a football play. It's not a freak play.
It is a freak injury. I mean, we're
so
maybe.
What? I mean, so if it was a normal injury, but a football play, and he couldn't finish the game, who cares?
That would be different. But how are you going to rule a guy out?
He's hurt. He's not playing anymore.
Yeah, Adam, I would say that.
I don't quite understand what we're talking about. Yeah,
I would say let's move the ball forward on Brock Purdy.
Why would that matter?
Okay,
now, here's the point. Here's the other thing.
Hold on.
Injury, nobody gives a fuck.
All right, let's have us go. Let's have us go.
Shut up. What would happen? What would happen if Jalen?
Let's have us go. Come on.
In the last video, people,
that wasn't what I said.
In the last video, Kevin says, "Who do you think is going to have more time to throw the ball?" And he said specifically, 49ers, Brock Purdy. I said, wrong, incorrect, wrong answer. And it's laughable because we have 70 sacks. I told him these dogs are coming for that ass. Quote, 536 in the last video. Look that shit up. This boy found out. He's completely backwards. Yeah. Who had so much time to throw? Yeah. This boy got knocked out on the first drive. Didn't even make it to midfield. That's how
Producer Reese can add in whatever clip that Boehr had just suggested. So let's talk about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, 50 and 25.
And so did his next guy, Josh, whoever the fuck. He got knocked out too. Quick and in a hurry.
Well, let's talk about what the Eagles did. So 15 to 25, 121 for Jalen Hurts. And then I think he did a little bit of work on the ground too. I think he had like 39 yards on the ground. Who do you think from the Eagles had the best performance offensively on Sunday?
Well, honestly, this is a sad answer. Unfortunately, you said offensively. I mean, I could say Miles. I don't think anybody was really impressive offensively for us. Unfortunately, the Devontae Smith catch was the most impressive part of the entire game, and it wasn't. And it was, it's statistically a catch. It'll go on his record books, but in real life, it could have been incomplete. Probably was. Now, where was Coach Shanahan with his genius fucking football mind on that play?
He missed the challenge flag.
Damn.
Sucks.
That
didn't really change much of the game. I mean,
but check our private Discord, everybody, and see what Tavis was saying about how much it changed the game.
Well, I said had he challenged that, it would have been 0-0.
A whole different energy.
Okay.
He's a sad boy.
No, I'm not. I'm here. Okay,
so he's not. So he doesn't like the Niners or something.
Let's back. So what would have happened if Jalen Hurts would have got hurt on the first series? What was your excuse? Because when you guys had Gardner Minshew
would have come in and probably tore your ass up again.
And
our defense would have ate your quarterback up.
No, you wouldn't have.
And McCarthy or whatever your white running back's name would have played. That's what happened, bro. That's what happens in every scenario.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the AFC title. We had Bengals, Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean,
a little bit of controversy at the end of the game.
Could have gone down. Gardner Minshew would have come through and thrown 80-yard bombs to AJ Green, who would have.
The receivers didn't do anything.
And guess what?
Charvarius Ward blanketed you guys.
10-7. That's what happened.
He didn't.
I think it was actually AJ Brown there, but that's okay.
10-7, bro. You guys didn't have 100 yards in any statistical category.
Because we didn't have a fucking quarterback for half of the game. Shanahan?
You look
I'm happy for you.
You look crazy.
Yeah.
You look crazy.
I'm happy for you. This is a good win for you.
Oh, see, there it is, Dan.
There, so you're playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I don't know if you get the chance to watch the AFC title. Any key takeaways? What are the things you're looking for in 2 weeks down in Scottsdale?
I'm just scared to death of Andy Reid, Andy Reid's our guy.
Yeah.
I consider him catching up to Belichick quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Whoa.
He went to 5 straight NFC championships with us, the Philadelphia Eagles. He's gone to 5 straight now.
I think it was 4. I think it was 4 in one Super Bowl, but
it was 5. Or it was 4 straight. 4 straight with the Eagles, 5 straight with Kansas City. But he went to 8 he went to 5 total with the Eagles, 4 in a row.
Yeah, okay. I think
8 out of 12 years. Playoffs, I guess. Whatever.
Okay, yeah, that sounds right, yeah.
Anyway, Andy Reid scares me to death. Mahomes, I don't really like Patrick Mahomes. Not because of football reasons, but because he wins too much. He has my coach, and he's got a pussy haircut. And that's really it, And I'm sick of seeing his little antics and his little smile, like it just rubs me the wrong way. It's like not really like traditional football. It's awesome for Andy's got a Ferrari at his disposal that can like do whatever, which is like cool. But I don't like to see that. That rubs me all types of. It's just not cool to me. And it's like, all right, so you got this like gadget trick boy who can do shit that no one else can do.
It's gonna be a damn good game. Travis Kelce's a weapon. Travis, any key takeaways from the AFC title game, or were you wallowing in your own grief most of the time?
Stud.
I didn't watch the game.
You didn't watch the game?
I don't know how it came down to like there was a penalty at the end, right, or something that put him in field goal range, or there was some controversy at the end.
Yeah. What an idiot penalty.
Yeah, that was a bad penalty. It was a punt return. I don't know how they gave him that much room on a punt return.
Bounds, like so.
Yeah, they should have punted out of bounds because they got it around like the 45, their own 45, and all I needed was 15 yards.
Throws him out of bounds like a psycho.
They have a good kicker too.
It's a 40-yard chip shot. Like what an idiot.
They have a good kicker too. He probably
Boehr, though, is a bad boy.
Butker's pretty damn good.
So the Super Bowl. I mean, we could lose so easily. This will be a real game this time, and Patrick Mahomes plays injured.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes' ankle sprain. That's
and
different.
He plays in games though.
Yeah, I mean a sprain is different than a tear, but yeah, to be fair, no, I didn't.
We'll tear his shit up too. We might tear him.
I'd love to see that. I didn't watch the Bengals game. That game probably could have went either way. I think Kansas City's probably one of the harder places to go in and win a football game this time of year. So I don't know if it was it snowing? No, it wasn't. It was probably.
I think the note that the takeaway for me was like the fact that it's just next to impossible to win an AFC or NFC title game on the road.
Home field matters.
Home field matters incredibly at this end of the year.
In Arrowhead last season.
I know, but yeah, to do it 2 years in a row, I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, the Patriots won nine titles in 18 years, and I think
at home all the time, every single time.
Not everyone know. 01 was on the road. 03 and 04 were at home.
04 was probably on the road in Philadelphia, right?
Oh no, 04 was credit to you. 04 was actually on the road in Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh was 15-1 that year, and then I think the rest were. I'd have to go through it. But
now, what about Tavis had made a strong point about how San Francisco was going to control the time of possession and run it down our throats.
When you can't sustain drives because you don't have a quarterback. Yes, you do, Adam. When they stack 9 people in the box because you can't throw the ball.
Now, is that our scheme? Is that what happened? Our scheme?
Okay, so let me if you'll give me like a minute, I could try and explain this to you. Otherwise, well, yeah, Adam. He knew they couldn't throw the ball. Why? That's all circumstantial, bro. Like I don't know. I'm happy that you won the game.
Now he's got a unique circumstance for the coach. Now things are at play that we don't know about.
No, there's not. It's just
losing your quarterback in the first drive is a pretty unique circumstance.
Tough situation. In one game.
Tough situation.
So, answer this: Do the Eagles' defensive line get no credit for knocking him out immediately?
No, if you want to if you want to give me time to talk about the game without you fucking freaking out, I think the best part about the Eagles team is both sides of the ball, the trenches, the O line and D line's hands down the best part of the team. If you want, here I'll give you I wrote this earlier. I'll give you 3 takeaways, and maybe this will be a good way to just kind of wrap things up. Hold on one second.
I like it, Tavis.
No, you're not off the hook. You don't make the rules.
No, shut up, Bear.
We've given you a pretty good window, Bear.
So
you focus on Brock Purdy for your window
because he's backing the fuck down.
No, I mean I'm not back. I'm not going to bow down. So so first of all, I'm not bowing down. Number one, because if we don't lose, well, I'm not backing down either.
You're a different man. You're a different boy tonight.
No, I'll take this to my grave. Had we had Brock Purdy, that game's entirely different. If you don't believe that, then I'm not. I can't devote any more energy to that. But anyway, so
let him make his point, Bear. Let him make his point, and then we'll end it. Let him make his point, and we'll end it.
How different?
Philly played extremely well in the trenches. That's hands down the best part of their team is the D line. I'd say, and probably their offensive line play was super impressive as well. I'd say second to that, they have very talented guys at skill positions. If I were running back. Played one of the better games I've seen this postseason. San Francisco notoriously has been difficult to run the ball against. In the same note, too, the receivers, I don't think Jalen Hurts had a great game. I don't know if something's up with him. He threw some balls low. He overthrew some guys.
Also, bad. Too, I think that was one of his worst games.
You have to tip your hat to the way the weakness of the San Francisco defense played. I mean, Trevarius Ward had a pretty good game matching up against some dogs at wide receiver. Sirianni's coaching style, I haven't watched much of the Eagles, admittedly. I like it. He's aggressive. I like the going forward on 4th down. The challenge on the injury fumble, that was a great challenge, a good throw of a flag. And it looks extra bad for Shanahan not challenging that play. Jalen Hurts again didn't look super. I don't think he looked really. He's gonna have to play a lot better to beat Kansas City.
He beat him 31-7 in his worst game of the year.
If he plays like that against Kansas City, the Eagles have no chance to win the game. And Sirianni belongs in the same echelon of like young coaches in the NFL that he was with Kyle Shanahan, and like he's done something really positive with.
I disagree.
Eagles roster,
He's
and
nobody.
Okay, well,
Sirianni
I don't
isn't
agree with
shit.
that, but I think I would go the other way. But to each their
Look
own.
at that,
So
people at home. A different boy tonight.
All right, let's go ahead and end it. Good work,
Now
boys. All right,
here's something else.
post show.
San Francisco never took a snap in the red zone. Not one time. They didn't even sniff it.
Christian
They had
McCaffrey broke
11
off at
penalties
30.
for
Okay.
81 yards by the well-coached team by
So-
Kyle's boys. 11 penalties, 81 yards.
Okay,
No
we
clue.
don't have enough
The
time
one
to
time
get
he
into
had a challenge that would have
officiating.
maybe
We don't
changed
have
the
enough
side of
time
the
to
game.
get.
He was asleep on the sidelines.
Okay.
When Nick Sirianni had the challenge,
Okay.
he won that shit.
All right, we don't have time to get into the officiating, which I'm not even going to do because you know what? It honestly doesn't matter. But if you want to call it the penalties,
Kyle had his opportunity. He fumbled it. Kyle.
All right, that was electric. That was electric, Bear. Way to bring
Thanks,
it.
Adam.
Ti. Great analysis at the
He
end.
turned 6 plays into the first drive of the fucking game.
Producer Reese.
4 for
I think we're done
4.
here.
That's all he had.
You're a man, bro.